Previously on Unbalanced Encounters.
The Lord Governor Agra is dead. You killed him yourself. It's weird that the Lord Gov seems so chill with you having murdered his pap, but also I can't imagine that is a sentiment that is shared by every denizen of that big city.
Probably not. It's gonna be a journey.
I can't believe you didn't know.
I mean, I told Dale, I was like, Dale, I don't know if you should, Caterin is kind of good consort and everything, so you know what that means. My main job was making sure the Lord Gov didn't get his head chopped off, and I failed miserably at that.
Now you're not gonna say a word, or else it's gonna be the last thing you do. Why are you here? How long do you plan on staying here? And what about Caterin?
You're pretty new at this whole interrogation thing, huh? This will make sure that when you get to Agravar, we can have a chat and we won't be disturbed. Come be my guest. We'll find some time to talk. Elephants break through the tree line. It rushes headlong to the lead wagon, crushes the front of it. We're gonna need a few replacement wheels. Fortunately, have a loyal town not too far away from here. As you get closer to the town, you start to hear music as a figure dressed in all black operates a life-sized puppet of Isaac Axedrummer. Hello, one and all, and welcome to Unbalanced Encounters, the show that dares to ask, what if an actual play had more family drama than the Skywalkers? I'm your host, Patrick Perini. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Howdy.
Also impossible.
Yeah, right? I mean, we're getting close, though. We're getting close.
Do not plan on having June kiss her brother anytime soon.
Fuck's sake. We rejoin the six of you on the outskirts of a town. This town is a little farming village on the very outside edge of Agravar's territory, bordering on the Western Wealds. It seems as if at one point in time it might have supported orchards and fields of grain and verdant gardens, but this evening, as you arrive, it is mostly scrub grass. And off in the distance you can see the desolate beginnings of the northern desert crept further and further south. But the town seems to be having a pretty goddamn good time. And you see this man dressed in all black, matte face mask, hands outstretched, holding sticks that operate various joints on this Isaac Axedrummer puppet.
Instinctually, if Isaac sees this puppet, he would put his hood up.
Go ahead and give me the better of a stealth or deception check. And I'm going to say that this is going to be sort of generally for whether or not you're calling attention to yourself. You may have to make more specific ones if you interact with people directly, but it's going to be a pretty low DC to just kind of lie low.
Just a 12.
Cool. This was DC 10, just for nobody to kind of notice you in the dark. How are the rest of you all reacting?
I was going to say, I think Stafford is probably just very... The fuck am I looking at? And Spinks probably... Isaac, is that you?
Slaps Mr. Spinks across the head.
Is this ordinary.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
I don't think they captured your likeness very well. I mean, your nose is way bigger than that.
Well, you know.
I mean, he's also supposed to be like 20 years younger here, right?
Yeah, and I'm green. Why am I green? I'm
I don't
not
know.
green, I'm
that,
blue.
That does just feel kind of racist.
Is this a cause for warning?
Well, I definitely don't think it's a guaranteed invitation. And you all see this procession move through the streets of this little town. And the puppet master takes the Isaac puppet, axe in hand, and smacks it against the door of a house. The door opens and there's a family inside, you know, kind of two women and some little children. And the puppeteer says, "Sisters, we're gathering support for the revolution. Fall in and give what alms you can." And some children kind of scamper around the puppet with a bowl. And one of the two women kind of reaches in, throws a couple of coins in, and the kids fall into the crowd, and they dissolve into a procession bearing lanterns and chanting at the top of their lungs. And they turn a corner and start to head off.
I think we should follow that. I wanna know what the fuck that is.
Why is there a giant puppet of you, Isaac?
Because what can I say? I'm a man that wants to be symbolized as greatness. And this is one of those moments.
Understood.
Isaac is being dead ass serious to himself.
Guard takes it that way.
Yeah, he promised Guard he'd be trusted. He'd be honest with him. So I just wanted to make sure.
I have never, and will never roll a deception, an insight check on Isaac.
Right, correct.
It's one of Guard's things.
Meanwhile, Spinks is just dancing around with the kids, like.
Has Spinks run into the crowd?
Yes.
Okay, I need you. Spinks is not trying to remain hidden by any stretch. Okay, I need you to roll me a performance check, if you please.
Yeah.
Look like another puppet. Look like another puppet. One of those dragon puppets, but just smaller.
I got an 8.
Oof.
Revolution.
God damn it, Spinks.
I've missed that little guy so much.
You see Spinks get ahead of the pack, and on an 8, I think he actually fails to garner much in the way of attention. I think that the kids are so wrapped up in the novelty of this sort of puppet procession that there's only one kid that kind of hangs back. This younger, maybe 5-year-old little toe-headed kid who you see.
What's toe-headed?
Is his head misshapen?
It's TOW.
It's blonde.
It's blonde.
It means blonde.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You illiterate fox.
Listen.
I've never heard that.
Toe-headed. I always thought toe-headed was like, you know, the guys that their like head and neck are the same thickness.
No. That's really good.
That's what I thought.
That's really good, though.
Oh, toe-headed ass boy.
This child of the corn is staring at Spinks.
Fuck's sake.
You look like a foot, dude.
Could this blonde-haired kid also look like a foot? Like,
No. Maybe.
With
Little
a
bit.
wig.
Like a little bit.
Wig.
really big forehead?
No,
that
not
sort
at
of
all. Oh my god. The group of you see Spinks just kind of having a quick conversation with this kid as the crowd kind of gets further and further ahead.
Hi, I'm Mr. Spinks. He says, still kind of jiving a little bit. Like,
A talking lizard?
yeah?
Mama says animals don't talk.
Who are you calling an animal? Look at me, I'm a god. Dancing.
Mama says you shouldn't pretend to be gods because that's blaspheming.
Pat gave us the warning. We're in it. We're in it, guys.
Good thing I'm not pretending, huh?
Well, I guess if you're not pretending, but how are you gonna be a god when you look like a lizard?
You ever seen talking lizard before?
Well, no, because animals can't talk none.
Yeah, there you go.
Where'd you come from? I ain't never seen you around town before, and there's only, and he kind of holds up a hand and starts counting on his fingers. More than 6 people in town, but not you.
I don't remember. I just remember someone calling my name, and then like a rope, and then me swinging, and then me kind of biting on a thing. And it kind of tasted funny. And then all of a sudden there was elephants. And then I was like, oh no. And then I was trying to attack this lady that was on the elephant. And then all of a sudden...
Smash cut back to the party. Sphinx is just speaking with a child and is now about a half block behind the sort of general procession.
Isaac would just get a scope of the town, just looking. Do the people look... You said they're in, like, good spirits, but, like, what
They're
is
excited. You could give me an insight check for more kind of nuance than that.
Okay. That's a 6.
They're excited.
Okay.
They're excited.
Isaac, they are excited, and you specifically, probably more than anyone else, have cause to doubt whether or not that's a positive thing. And as you ponder why these people might be regaling or recounting you in this way, you remember what day it is. It is a day that you and Dale and Katerin will never forget.
It's June's birthday.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I think, Isaac's gonna go his own way and try and get a read on the people.
I think Jethro actually sort of pulls you aside for a second, and he says, listen, Isaac, I think you and I both know how bad this could break. Keep your head down. We'll both go the long way around. We'll try to find a carpenter without upsetting too many folks and get the hell out of Dodge before anything breaks weird. How's that sound?
I like that plan, Jethro. I'm glad I didn't stick my axe in your face.
Yeah, appreciate that every day of my life. Definitely did not appreciate the number of times you knocked me off my bird. Still have a broken rib, but, in general, I appreciate not being...
You shot me multiple times.
All right. Point taken.
Lead the way.
Well, I'm going to go let them know what the plan is. Why don't you kind of counterclockwise around the town? Oh, clockwise. We'll try to meet at the other end.
Sounds good.
June is going to take Guard's hand and say, let's go follow them. Let's go see. I want to make sure they're not like burning Isaac in effigy or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, Guard, I don't think you know what effigy means, but it sounds threatening.
Yeah. As we leave, Guard kind of like looks back. As we walk away, Guard kind of like looks back and tries to make eye contact with Isaac to try to get like some read of like what threat level am I walking into.
We'll be all right, God. It's just a bunch of villagers enjoying their night.
June's gonna lean over to Guard. Isaac's acting kind of weird, and I don't think he's gonna. I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what this is about.
Should we be sneaky?
Yes.
Isaac is doing a sweep trying to find a carpenter. I am going to follow along the other route. Seems like y'all want to follow this crowd. I recommend laying low and trying not to attract too much in the way of attention. But if you do find a carpenter, we'll rendezvous back here in under an hour.
Jethro, do you have a cloak?
Yeah, probably.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah, he reaches into a pack, pulls one out, kind of shakes it, hands it to you.
Ah, thank you. And she'll put hers on, and then, Guard, can I get on your shoulders?
Of course.
And she'll get on Guard's shoulders and put the cloak mostly around Guard.
It's just this like 13-foot tall person in a trench coat.
That is not inconspicuous at all.
Harissa, you bail him out if anything goes sideways.
I will try.
Babysit him. All right. And Jethro takes off clockwise around the city. We're going to revisit Isaac here momentarily, but for the moment, the three of you are alone.
Could I do? I believe I have. Pass without trace.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Bring the power! The Drake Warden's majesty!
I'm so glad I have that now, because it's literally an elf and a golem in a trench coat.
Juniper,
Yeah.
we are like the opposite of that guy with the puppet.
Oh my god. You're right. Would it be better if you were a puppet?
Should I get on your shoulders?
Oh,
about-
God. You're going to make me break out the carrying capacity chart, aren't you?
I don't think I could lift you.
I was joking.
Oh, that's a good one. Haha.
Haha.
Listen, let's. I think we should. Let's just try not to be any more conspicuous.
Go ahead, and I'm going to ask you all to give me a group stealth check. You are not just trying to be inconspicuous, you are actively trying to remain unseen. So we're going to do a group stealth check.
This is with a plus 10?
Yeah, plus 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 33.
Ah,
Fuck.
27.
Natural,
amazing.
natural 20.
A natural 20. Incredible.
Pass
I got
without
On
a-
guard's
Thank
shoulders.
Barissa's the loud one.
Yeah.
It's all Sphinx. It's all Sphinx. It's all
It is
Sphinx.
Sphinx.
In the middle of this pass without trace, Sphinx is just singing along. But from a group stealth check perspective, that's a successful 27. That breaks a DC 25. So I am going to ask Harissa, what does this look like as you completely meld into the scenery of this town?
She concentrates and she closes her eyes and as she breathes out, everyone just sort of becomes almost like they're made out of smoke. So they're there, but kind of someone could kind of mistake them for like a shadow or a bit of smoke, kind of like that mirage-y, wiggly sort of
Yeah,
thing.
I think
And I just sort
mirage
of-
is the right right
I think
vibe.
the mirage sort of like shimmer. So kind of out the corner of your eye, you might see something, but you kind of look again and it's gone. Mhm.
On a 25, you are all, for practical purposes, invisible to the crowd until you touch or interact with someone, and then that will most likely force a reroll.
Mhm.
But you can get as close as you want over here, infiltrate the crowd to your heart's content so long as you stay within 30 feet of Harissa. And I'm going to give you all a moment to think about how you want to use that, because we are going to jump to Isaac. Isaac, what does it look like as you're kind of creeping down the sort of eastern streets of this town?
At this point, and especially because Isaac is alone, he's kind of gone into this mode of soldier, in understanding that trying to get the lookout of the city, where the guards are posted, how the patrols are rolling, who would be a threat, who wouldn't be a threat, if it got into a dire aspect, where the best ways to exit said city, and then looking at what he had previously just seen, I think that he goes to a place of what has happened because of my choices. And he thinks about that to the point where he starts to stumble just into more groups, just trying to hear whispers and get an idea of what's really going on here.
I am going to ask you to give me a survival check.
Oh, God. Natural 19.
All right. Isaac, you clock that this town has a low wall around its exterior perimeter. There are 4 exits, one in each of the primary cardinal directions. There seems to be a main road that runs from the north to the south, and it is relatively well upkept. You assume that there's probably a square in the center of town where they meet. The road that runs east-west is a little bit more trodden. It is a dirt road. It seems to be a little bit less prominent. But there are roads that sort of wind and weave in between the two of them, between what you probably estimate to be under 100 buildings in this town. You clock that there seem to be no active guards posted at any of the entrances or exits. You have not seen anyone so far that has been armed. You do not actually see a peacekeeping or law enforcement force of any kind in this town. But on a 19... you do see, or rather, bump into a person. And that person is an old man.
Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to bump into you. Apologies.
You see that this old man with sort of bushy white mutton chops, a little bit of a, kind of almost a Stetson-y type hat. And he's, there's no problem, partner. The fault is entirely mine. Can I offer you some beetle? And he hands you the little parcel of this leaf. And Isaac, you, 20 years removed from this custom, and something that was never super prominent in Agravar, remember that some of the far reaches have this quirky little practice of chewing on beetle nuts. And on a 19, you put together that this is probably beetleback.
Seems as though y'all are having some type of congregation this evening. Sorry, me and my friends, we had an encounter with some bandits who wanted to, just chat, and we're looking for a carpenter to help us on our way afterwards. But we just stumbled upon your little town and just wanted to see what the action's all about.
Oh, well, blow me down, I'm a carpenter. Ain't that a coincidence?
Nice to meet you. Dwight.
Dwight. Fascinating name there, stranger. Dwight, you must be from the down to the big city. Dwight's a big shitty name, if you don't mind me saying so to your faces.
I appreciate it, friend.
My name's Aisha. You can call me Aisha. Named by our patron Origami, the Origami Curio. Thank you very much, Origami. Now, Dwight, my friend, my new friend, you plumb come at an odd time, being late into our revolution festivities.
Revolution? Y'all starting something or finishing something?
Well, I suppose we're starting something here tonight, aren't we? At least that's the festive motive. The MO of our celebration here is to celebrate the throwing off of tyranny, as it were.
Oh, and I'm guessing that green fella that's y'all have puppeted up in the front had something to do with that, right?
Ah, yes, that's the legendary Isaac Axedrummer. He's one of two kind of local figures. You must call it the Western procession. You just plumb missed the Eastern procession. We got that other puppet that I actually worked on Dale's puppet this year. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, extraordinary! You're very talented. It was very lifelike to look at. But if you don't mind, my need of a carpenter is more of dealing with our cart, our vehicle, and if you get a chance, we would like for you to assist with that. If you have the time, we have the funds if need be.
I'm trying to figure out what I want you to roll here, because what you're asking for is fundamentally somewhat bizarre. Like contextually, culturally, right? Like this is a big night for his town, and they don't get a lot of people through here in general.
Okay.
So I think I want you to roll a deception check for me. Mm-hmm. It's not that you're telling him a lie per se, aside from your name. It's that you are trying to have him do something for you without asking too many questions. And so I think I am going to have you roll me a deception check, please.
Cool. Almost. That's a 6.
Ooh, that's going to be relatively easy to beat here. That's a 10 on the die. Acer kind of chews on his beetle, and it's a mighty odd time to have a breakdown there, stranger.
What can I say? The bandits weren't very respectful of our cart in this situation.
Tell you what, we're not but a block from my workshop. Now, if you don't mind me saying so to your faces, I think that you're telling tall tales out of school. I think you got an honest truth in you there, stranger, and I'm willing to hear you out if you'll come back to mine and have a good conversation with me. What do you say?
Well, Acer, I don't see any reason to get all up and antsy about anything like that. I having a nice talk with a respectable gentleman like yourself. I have no qualms with that. Let's do it.
And the two of you start to walk to his shop. And Isaac, as you walk, you catch glimpses of that second procession making its way through the streets of Beetleback. And you see the puppet of Dale Snowthorn. And it is... Well, you're not sure if Acer is just better at research than whoever did your puppet, or what. But it's enough to bring back a memory. And we flash back.
Did not see this coming. Did not see a flashback in this episode at all.
Nope, not even a little bit. Definitely not. Never. Isaac, you are sitting with Dale Snowthorn ringside at the dark abyss in the basement sort of impromptu fighting hall that has been assembled for tonight's well advertised secret match. And there are two people who are absolutely slugging it out in sort of the middle of this arena. One of them, an elven woman with a mace that looks like it's made of absolutely pure fucking rust, and some other poor creature that probably once resembled a living thing. And you and Dale are kind of enjoying the invisibility of a crowd. And over the roar of that crowd, Dale leans in and says, Isaac, man, you know it's not right.
What? How bad she beating him? Yeah, I mean, listen, if I got in the ring with her, it'd be a different story.
God damn it, Isaac, have you not been listening to a word I've fucking said this whole time?
Well, yeah, you were talking about, all the people and angry. Rise okay, I wasn't listening to a thing.
I mean, to be fair, for not listening, you actually got relatively close.
That's 90% of our conversations is what I just said. So, I'm sorry. And Catherine, her eyes.
He just thwacks you on the shoulder, and he laughs. How do you deal with it, Isaac? Holding the position that you hold and letting the Empressar do what they're doing and supporting a man who's thrown their entire weight behind it.
See, there's words that you're using that I don't use. It's kind of like how I watch this fight as he's watching the elven woman just pummel into him.
The elven woman just picks up this previously humanoid form, tosses it like a softball, and bats the mace upside the head, and the whole body kind of trails off into the dirt.
See, Dale, what you see is two people fighting. What I see is just a fight. I don't put names to it. I don't put a story to it. I don't try to think what ifs. I just get in order, follow it, and make it home to reap the benefits. See, Dale, what you do, you put too much care into your work, and that care is going to get you killed one of these days.
That gare's gonna get me killed. Isaac, what happens when the well dries up? What happens when the people rise up against the Lord Governor and your reward stops coming in?
Well then, when they get strong enough for that, then that means that they earned it. And if they earn such a thing, then maybe I'll smile at what I can finally look at as a person. They're weak, Dale. They're weak. And if they get strong, then we can start talking about that. They need us to keep them in line, to keep this order going.
Right there, what you just said. They need us to keep them in line. We step out of the way, they'll stop being so weak. We help them. We flip the table.
So is that the real reason why you and Katarine get along so well? You got some scheme to try to help the people, and do you see yourself as the new governor of said people?
Maybe I do. Can't say I've never thought of it before. Be a damn sight better than what we're dealing with now.
If you have a chance to do that, then, maybe I'll give my axe a chance to assist you. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy this fight.
And as you say that, the head of we have to start calling it the victim now, flies directly into your lap.
Isaac picks it up.
And you flash back to Acer's workshop as you stare at a far more accurate wooden bust of yourself.
Oh, see, this is the one they should have put out there.
And we're going to jump back to the other crew. June, you
Yes.
are steering guard around to try to follow the crowd?
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll me an investigation check? We'll get the help action from guard, if guard wants.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Guard wants.
Cool.
So an investigation check at advantage, please.
Okay, the first one's a 16,
Cool.
and the second one's a 19.
Ooh.
Okay. On a 19,
I see everything.
a 19 is pretty damn good.
Because you're so high up.
That's right.
From your elevated vantage, you all manage to stick relatively close to the procession. And immediately you see a few things. You see that people genuinely seem to be in good spirits. You see, again, sort of alms freely given. A couple of the older children have fashioned, twig swords and axes that they, wield as if marching to war, and are encouraged by long-suffering but genuinely amused parents. The chants are persistent and optimistic. And the crowd grows with every house that they stop at, and they stop at damn near every house, so that by the time that you see the Eastern procession with the puppet of your father join on Main Street, practically the whole town is in tow.
This is so bizarre.
Well, you come out to the sticks and things get a little wacky.
I mean, is this like a liberation festival? Like what?
I mean, they seem to be happy about whatever Isaac did. They seem to be... I think they seem to be giving him money for it, so I assume it's good.
Can I hear any of the conversations that are going on around us?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, on a 19, I'll give you one. You see two sort of older women that are kind of trailing, kind of along behind, and you with that 19 sort of see the bonds that connect them a little bit stronger than the web of the crowd. And they are having a conversation in kind of hushed tones, and one says, Acer did a lot better on Dale this year than last year. I feel like last year's puppet would look kind of like an ogre. Yeah, I think an ogre's about right. That puppet needed work. It's a good thing he got busted up in the fight. Every now and then we got to build a new one.
She'll lean down to Harissa. something about a fight. I think they're gonna have the puppets fight each other.
Hang on. I'm just going to say, because I've never seen Dale, I don't know who that other person is, do I? The other puppet.
No, neither does Guard.
There's another puppet?
Oh, yeah. Has it come out yet? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't think
upset.
I just can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, guards closed up in the cloak.
I was going to say, I was like, wait, have I?
Is it me?
Oh, no, God, there's now 2 puppets. There's another person. I don't know. Is this someone he has vanquished before? I don't know.
I don't know. I'll pull open the curtain in front of Guard's eye hole so he can kind of see.
Ooh.
I think they're gonna have them fight or something. I don't know.
My money's on the other guy. I don't think Isaac's gonna win.
You do realize, Sphinx, that Isaac is still alive in real life? So I'm assuming he wins.
Oh, my money's still on the other guy.
And my daddy, your money's on the puppet of my daddy.
That's your father?
That's your dad?
Does it look like it looks like Dale?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
June, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
Oh, don't be sorry. I mean, it's a puppet. Like, this is just like it's all weird.
No, I mean, did Isaac have something to do with your father's death?
I don't. No. I mean, it was an accident. My daddy's death was an accident, and it was. We don't need to get into it right now. It's a whole,
of course,
whole thing. But I mean, yeah, let's go see if they're gonna. What else they're gonna do with these puppets?
We should not get too close. And Guard, when he says that, peering through the trench coat, is going to make a look at Harissa.
Well, I can't. You don't have a face.
I know, that's why I'm not describing it.
I just see this stone block turn my direction.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just let everybody stay close and stay vigilant.
You all push forward and follow this now kind of twin procession of these 2 puppets of people very close to you. And there are now dozens, maybe almost 100 people that have kind of poured out in support of this procession. And they make their way to the town square, where a riser has been set up and a pit kind of cordoned off. And as you get closer, you see that atop the riser is a 3rd puppet of a wide-jawed, heavy-set, gruff, elderly man with vaguely orcish features and a regal Agra robe. And as you approach the square, you hear Isaac Axedrummer and Dale Snowthorn, by order of the Lord Governor Agra the First, you will fight for my amusement. And the puppets take up positions.
It's like those Rock'em Sock'em robots, you know?
This is exactly how Isaac fights in real life. It's the same way. It's that realistic.
We're going to jump back to Isaac for a moment. What you think there, stranger? Pretty good likeness, if I do say so myself. And Acer is seated on a stool in just like Geppetto's workshop.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was assuming.
That's so cool, but so creepy.
It is just everything's made of wood. Stuff that has no business being made of wood, like jugs and plates and like
a
cutlery
pillow
is made of wood. He's got all manner of, kind of works in progress, sort of hung from various hooks and strapped to the walls and piled in heaps. You could see ship's wheels and kind of half mended carts and cabinets and dolls and puppets and bridles and saddles and tools. And you are sitting on a long wooden bench that is in front of his sort of primary work surface, and you are holding your own head in your hands.
Is it like spot on besides like the gray and
Yeah.
is it blue?
It is.
Okay.
It even has one of the teeth filed just so.
Isaac licks his tusk and he's like, "Oh, Ace, I assume this is how Isaac is supposed to look."
I think there's a certain similarity, yes.
You're quite the artisan.
Well, most of the job is building boxes, so every now and then it's useful to be able to flex one's creative sensibilities, isn't it?
He looks around the room. Yes, every once in a while. Truly. Are you any good with cartwheels?
Am I any good with cartwheels? Oh, feller, I do 6 cartwheels before breakfast. And he stands up and tries to do like a hand over feet cartwheel and just collapses onto the ground.
Oh, jeez. Oh. I can't be. You can't die here. They're gonna think it was me. Please.
Never you mind, stranger. I'm just fooling you. I ain't as... And he cracks his back real bad. Spry as I once was. But the old hands are still nimble. I can fix what needs mending.
Probably not everything, but at least the things that are needed.
Now that's an interesting thing to say there, stranger, and I think it harkens back to an assertion that I made that you're telling tales out of school. You want to stop being cryptic, you sumbitch?
Alright, AC, alright. There's no fooling you, apparently.
I studied your damn face for nigh 6 months there, Axedrummer. I know yous when I sees yous.
Well, I just didn't think it would be that inconspicuous of me to just show my face all through this village when you guys are having a celebration of probably one of the craziest days of my life.
Well, if it's any consolation, we all were plumb convinced it was also the last day of your life. So, thanks be to the dead gods, I suppose.
Oh, so in this dramatization, I'm not only Axedrummer, but the one who gets the axe?
You know, I've never done considered whether or not it was accurate, but you disappear at the end, hand in hand with your brother.
Oh no, I know the story quite well. I relive it almost every night. That's you know. Can I tell you something, Macy?
I've been asking for you to tell me something for the last 20 darn minutes.
Okay, you know, this opening up to random strangers, let alone your family, is difficult, alright? And I have met you for, 10 minutes? I'm not...
Yes, but you're also trying to get me to do carpentry work now, ain't you? That is a bond of blood, my friend.
No, it's a bond of wood. You just...
Well, you know what they say. Wood is thicker than blood.
That is accurate. That is very accurate. You are a wise carpenter.
Oh, fuck.
So what do you want to know? That I'm Isaac Axedrummer? Yes. Do I need your assistance in helping me and my compatriots get to Agravar? Yes.
Why are you going back to Agravar after being gone for all those years?
I guess, and he's holding his head, looking into his own painted eyes. I guess for the same reason why I made that decision that day. I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing the choices of madmen affect the lives of all those who can't do more in their lives. I used to think that what I was doing was protecting the weak and unable, and they were too stupid to do it themselves. But now I realize that individuals like myself have a right to protect those they can't.
And while I'm not sure that we need a hero, I am pretty sure that we could use any of the help we could get. Now, I don't mean to be presumptuous on you, but it's not every day that a legend walks into your workshop.
There's no legend in here except for an amazing carpenter. I'm just an old man tired of running.
I think that right there's the thing that you gotta keep in mind, my friend. Running doesn't get you anywhere. In fact, it takes damn near all the running you can do just to stay one step ahead.
Yeah. Eventually they catch up to you.
And we cut. The puppet of Isaac Axedrummer. Axes aloft, crossed over his head, stares down Dale Snowthorn. One axe over his chest as the puppet's arm is strapped with a shield by several overly excited children. And we see the Lord Governor puppet yell, "Ready? Fight!" And a dance begins. An intricate choreography in which these two puppet masters leap and bound at one another, fighting to the death. And it takes on almost this supernatural air as the crowd goes hushed and the tension builds. I'm curious as to whether or not any of the three of you are trying to use this moment of distraction in any way.
I think Spinks has managed to get himself a box of popcorn from somewhere.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just come out of nowhere, and he's just...
I feel like Mr. Spinks can just break the fourth wall entirely and have a box of Mike and Ike's and some soda from the theater, everything.
It's very like Hercules, where it's just like wearing merch.
Yeah.
Canonically, Spinks now has a Dale Snowthorn jersey.
With the thumb. He's got the thumb.
Yes. Legit. That Spinks is doing that. He's very absorbed.
Guard is very uncomfortable. Guard feels like this is going to turn into something dangerous, and he doesn't know where that's going to come from. And he is also, I think, concerned that June is going to do something that is going to reveal their cover. So what Guard is going to be doing is kind of like scanning the crowd, essentially looking for the moment where this becomes dangerous, even though that might be very irrational. The other thing that he's doing is he is moving his arms in a position that he can kind of get a feeling of if June is about to leap off of his shoulders, and to maybe prevent her from doing that.
June is trying to lift herself up a little bit to get a better view, and she just keeps saying, that's not accurate. This is not accurate. They would not do that. They would not. No, they would be arm wrestling or something else. Like, somebody has got this completely wrong, and I'm this close to talking to a manager. Like, this is not. And she's not being quiet. She's upset. She's not sure why she's upset, but like she's starting to get like kind of wound up a little bit.
June, it's all right. It's all just acting. They probably don't have it right.
I think we should go.
I think they need to do some fact checking because this
Carissa,
is. I mean, they have no idea who they were.
June, I'm going to throw you a curveball here, and Isaac, you are in on this as well. June is not more than 5 years old. And she is awake way past her bedtime. Isaac, you and Dale are having a fight that woke her up. What is it about?
I would assume it has something to do with shipments.
Isaac, I thought I put you in charge of defensive logistics for these fucking shipments.
Oh, so I'm just supposed to tail all the shipments and make sure that nobody tries to attack them? I mean, Dale, there's bandits out there, and it's very, very rare and important, basically artillery that we're giving to the Emperor. You don't think people are gonna want it? Accidents happen, things happen, we just gotta keep pushing on. There's plenty of it out in the forest. We can just get some more.
He sits down at his desk in his office, in his chair, and it doesn't fall to pieces. Under any other circumstances, you know that I would agree with you. But I swear to the gods, Isaac, that if this High Scepter character isn't satisfied with the shipment, it's on our heads. And he shoves a letter into your face. Dale Snowthorn, I've received word that our latest shipment of resin was interrupted en route from Agravaur. If it happens again, the full weight of the Imperial forces will come down on you and yours. You and Isaac Axedrummer are guilty of murdering a Lord Governor of the Empire, and I don't care if I need to pull every last tooth from the head of that adorable baby girl of yours. We will have our resin. Cordially, High Scepter.
Oh, that uppity sumbitch. They're bluffing, Dale. You don't see a bluff?
My daughter! You son of a bitch!
Oh, what? They're gonna come down there and do that? They take all us out, Dale. They can't get any more of the resin.
June, that is when you step into the doorway.
Daddy.
June, honey.
I heard yelling.
Listen, sweetie, I'm sorry. June, you've got to go back to bed. Where's your mother?
I don't know. What's wrong?
Uncle Isaac and I are talking about business. I'm sorry, sweetie. Go find your mother, please.
No, it's cool, Dale. You take care of your daughter. I'm sorry, Lord Governor. You go take care of your daughter.
He shoots you the dirtiest fucking look.
Daddy. And she stomps her foot, her tiny foot. Uncle Isaac, Daddy, stop. I don't want you guys to be mad at each other. So, Uncle Isaac, you say sorry right now. Daddy, you say sorry to Uncle Isaac.
June, would you please roll me a persuasion check?
This is intimidation. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Add
eat that
advantage.
one. I will eat that one. I was going to give you advantage, but would you please roll me an intimidation check with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5-year-old intimidation.
Isaac automatically fails.
More intimidating.
15.
Yeah. Both Isaac and Dale fail this, and Dale...
She's cross-armed.
You're right, sweetie. Isaac, I didn't mean to lose my temper. I'm just worried.
I understand. And I'm sorry that things have transpired the way they will. But I would never let any harm come to you or your family.
I know. We've got to work this out, though. We've got to find a better way. June, thank you, sweetie, but I do need you to go find your mom.
We do not yell at the people we love.
You're right. We don't hurt the people we love either.
That's right.
And with that, you feel the gentle hand of your mother on your shoulder. And she turns you around and says, "Darling, what are you doing out of bed?"
Daddy and Uncle Isaac were fighting. They were being so loud, Mama.
Yeah, well, they're naughty, ain't they?
They are, but they said they were sorry.
Come on, sweetie. Let's get you back to bed.
Okay.
And June, in this memory, as you turn around, you see that the hand that your mother rests on your shoulder is the only one she has, as her right arm is gone. You cannot remember a time in which your mother had both arms. And as you start to try to force that recollection, you feel memories rewriting themselves to adapt.
Hello and welcome to the Midroll, your little oasis of calm between two sides of anxiety on whether or not Isaac will survive this episode. You're welcome. Did you know we have a Patreon? I'm sure you did. We talk about it often. And I want to talk about it again, just letting you know that it is one of the best ways in which you can support us. If you want to see more content, you want to see it more frequently, becoming a patron is honestly the best way to do that. And hey, I know not everyone is able to support financially, but you might know someone who can. So all I'm really asking is tell a friend about the show, let people know we're here, and help them get excited about us in the same way that you are. All you have to do is let them know that we are available on all the places they listen to podcasts and music all the time. We're also on YouTube, and just send them to our website. Unbalancedencounters.com has all of the links to all of the things they'll ever need, including our Discord, actually, which is where they can come and hang out with us. And if you're not hanging out with us, you definitely should be. So all in all, if you can't be a patron, help us find people who can, and then we can give you more stuff. Win-win. Now I'll let you get back to this horrific Wicker Man episode. Enjoy. Bye.
As June, we come back to you and we see you kind of struggle against Guard's gentle restraint and the panic of not being able to rely on the memory of your mom's silhouette and this sudden but becoming very quickly permanent change. Those memories were the truth. This performance wasn't, but the memories are wrong, but they're becoming true. We see the puppet of Isaac Axedrummer drop to one knee and bring the blade to Dale's throat. And we flash back.
God damn it.
Isaac Axedrummer, you stand over Dale Snowthorn. At the end of a fight watched by thousands and presided over by the Lord Governor Agra.
What are you waiting for? Finish him! Kill this traitorous bastard like you're paid to do!
Lord Governor, I thought this was just a show, a little festive thing for the crowd.
The crowd that had fallen dead silent for the Lord Governor starts to rumble and churn, tension mounting and public opinion teetering on the brink. And the Lord Governor holds his hand up, brings it down, and everyone falls silent again.
This traitor, Dale Snowthorn, is guilty of conspiracy to treason. We have evidence sufficient to convict, and Commander Antony has authorized his execution on this day. But as a show of what happens to traitors, he will be executed in public by my left hand.
And all the while, as he's giving this speech, he is walking slowly down to the battlefield. And he is not 10 feet away when he says again,
Now I will not ask you a second time. Finish it.
Isaac looks down at Dale, kicks him so that his neck would be in the right position for a beheading.
Oh,
I told you how this ends.
I know.
and he kind of spits some blood onto the dirt.
Turns out we were both right, weren't we? This ends when we end it. One way or the other.
Dale can't see this, neither can the Lord Gov, but tears are literally streaming down his face. Damn it, Dale. He raises the axe up, pivots himself towards the Lord Governor, and cleaves his head clean off in one sweep.
And right as the blade makes connection with his flabby gray throat, we snap back to the puppet show and see the Isaac puppet throw his axe at the head of the Lord Governor puppet, and the head pops off and flies into the crowd. I would like athletics checks from everyone but Guard.
Catch the bouquet!
Oh my god.
So dark.
Next one.
This is so dark.
You say athletics check.
Athletics check from everyone but Guard.
Oh my god.
I'm going to do one for Sphinx as well because he
Yes,
wants
please.
to do one. So this is for Harissa first. So she got a 13.
June.
21.
Yeah, June catches the head.
The wooden head of the Lord Governor Hakoda Agra slams right into your hands. And all eyes turn to you.
Oh, shit.
No one seems upset with you. Everyone is just very excited that someone caught it. That's the mood right now.
Sphinx like,
Oh, I wanted to catch it. You're gonna make such a lovely beheader.
She's holding the head, and she kind of twists it around to look at its eyes, and she just keeps saying, "It's not right. That's not. This is not right. That's not correct. That is not right. This is not right. That's not what happened. This is not right. This is not. This is not right." And she's just spiraling.
June, look at me. Look at me, June. Sapphire's going to put her hands over June's hands, like while she's holding the head, and sort of pull it down so that it's kind of not, so they can make eye contact. If this is true, Isaac just saved your father's life.
As you say a good thing, the crowd starts to move in. And they seem to be intent on hoisting June celebratorily.
I do not know if this much attention is a good thing.
June's gonna try to get off of Guard.
Guard's gonna try not to let her.
Guard, I think we need to not alert the crowd. We need to go along with this.
Very hesitantly, Guard is going to lift June off of his shoulders, put her down in front of him. He's going to look to Harissa, and then he is going to look to Mr. Sphinx, and he is going to say, "Eyes open."
June is set down and immediately taken up by everyone as the crowd hoists her into the air and explodes into applause, carrying her and tossing her up in the air as the one lucky enough to catch the head of the Lord Governor. Guard, you manage to, in the chaos of everything that's happening, be perceived as almost a set piece, right? And you're sort of moving through the crowd, kind of staying with June. And by the end of it, in a flash, June, you are sitting on the Lord Governor's throne with his head in your hands. Guard is just beneath the riser on your right. And villagers, dressed as Agra assassins, begin to pour out into the puppet theater, menacingly bearing stick and twig daggers at Isaac and Dale. Harissa, this is a weird situation, and you're not 100% sure where it could break bad. You do know that a bunch of people presenting as assassins just wandered onto the puppet show and are currently play fighting these puppets. They're wearing the exact same fucking uniform of the assassins that very nearly killed you.
Oh, shit. I can't see any like real weapons. They all look like twigs and...
At a glance, they look, I mean, some of them are wood, right? Some of them look more real than others, but there's nothing that's like, oh, this is clearly, like, none of them have like a big sword or anything, right? Like, it seems like it's part of the show. And you sort of strafe around this back end of this crowd, watching, making sure that June and Guard are safe as they are kind of foisted to the riser. And as you hit kind of the end of the crowd, you sort of step under, an eaves next to a rain barrel. You're kind of stopped. You notice that Jethro is actually standing there.
Hey, where the fuck have you been?
And he is a little kind of, he's like leaning against the barrel a little bit.
Jethro, where have you been?
No response. He is just watching this fight as Dale and Isaac swing axes wildly and just like a Bollywood fucking film, like, are fighting off all of these assassins. The puppets are like, they're doing that thing where like one goes down on one knee and the other one launches off of the leg.
Like, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type stuff.
Yeah, big sort of over the top wuxia vibes here.
Yeah.
As they just back to back spin and defend one another from these assailants.
He's just not paying attention to me in any way. He's not even acknowledging.
He's not reacting. No, he's not acknowledging you.
Kill him.
I'm literally resisting the urge just to punch him. I think what she's gonna do is do what Grammy Rosa used to do to her and pinch his ear and pull it down to her and just be like, "What is happening?"
You pinch his ear and you pull him and he topples into you and crashes into the ground.
What?
Blood running from just under his rib. Jethro is dead.
Oh, shit.
And I need everyone to roll initiative. Harissa, do you want to take, kind of this opportunity to signal to everyone in any way that something is wrong? Because I will let you set up combat with that.
All right, table talk. Do I cause a panic?
I am not going to allow you guys to table talk that specific decision.
Just do what you want.
Because you guys can't.
Yeah,
you guys can't even fictitiously communicate here.
I know.
Yeah, this is one of those rare situations where you guys are. I can't.
We're across the crowd from each other.
The whole thing here is that you guys can't communicate.
I trust you as a player, and I trust Harissa. Do what you want.
Harissa's gonna hide the body behind the water butt.
Okay. There's enough of a distraction happening up front that I think that nobody is necessarily going to see, but the trade-off there is that June and Guard are not going to see. Isaac, you and Acer have moved back to the rendezvous point, a couple blocks away from the town square, when you see June on a riser holding the head of a puppet, the center of everyone's attention.
I guess we're not trying for incognito anymore.
June is not. She is not smiling. She is very stiff right now. She's sitting straight up. Would Isaac be able to read her body language?
Isaac, why don't you go ahead and give me an insight check? You're going to make this an advantage, and I'm going to say it's a DC 10 to figure out that something is wrong. It's a DC 15 to figure out that June is in the middle of a complete dissociating panic attack.
21.
You distinctly remember what may have been the only time June ever saw you and Dale fight. And that's what's going through your head. The fights that you've had with Dale, the fights that you've had on behalf of men that don't deserve your support or power. June's seen one of them. And she was strong enough then to break it up. June is gone. Something is very, very, very wrong.
Hey, Acia, hold back a bit. I got some family business going on. How could I cause a ruckus? Let's see. Something that could pull everyone's attention away from June. Isaac whistles. And you would hear rumbling of a very large primordial boar heading towards the area.
Holy shit. Okay.
CJ?
Is CJ gonna charge the crowd?
He's not going to charge the crowd. He's trying to build a distraction. So he'd probably run into the least amount of people, but cause an issue.
Why don't you give me, this is absolutely going to be made an advantage. Why don't you give me a performance check, I think is what this is. Or intimidation, your choice.
I'll do intimidation. Come on, CJ. Oh, that's a 22.
What does this look like when CJ barrels through this crowd? You tell me.
As Aesir's like looking around, Isaac just pulls him by the back of his cloak just in time as CJ runs by, knocking a few pedestrians out the way, and just collides with a large, I'm guessing like festival cart that they have with a whole bunch of supplies and food, and just starts stamping around and causing property damage.
My cabbages!
The crowd has turned entirely to CJ. Guard, Harissa, June. You have seen that CJ has burst in and has decimated a local fucking cabbage cart.
Yeah!
The crowd is thoroughly distracted, which is going to do a couple of things. It is going to alert any potential enemies to Isaac's presence. It certainly alerts all of you to Isaac's presence. It is going to give you advantage on anything you need to do that involves the crowd being distracted for the next round. And I think that's going to be it for Isaac. We move to Guard.
Seeing Isaac, seeing the boar. Guard mostly has been watching June this whole time. I think that although he does not understand exactly what's going on, he is interpreting all of those high emotions that are happening as danger. The boar shaking things up kind of jostles him out of that. He's going to hop up on the stage, pick up June, and start to book it out of there.
June, do you resist?
No.
I imagine it like Guard seeing all of this, hops up on the stage, leans down, and just whispers, "Time to go, June," and just picks her up as gently as he can, and then leaps off stage and starts just running.
Are you running through the puppet show or around it?
The most direct path, regardless of whether that's a good idea.
You are going to take several opportunity attacks. Guard does 12 hit.
No.
Guard does 15 hit.
No.
Impressive. You see all of these performers sort of get out of your way as you just barrel over toward Harissa.
Do I notice like things clanging into my sides as I'm running through?
No.
Okay.
All of you arrive at the water barrel and see Jethro kind of crammed into the corner there. That is, I'm going to say, movement and action from Guard, unless you want to rage.
No,
I think that's
not
it.
yet.
June.
Isaac's still back there.
It's okay, June.
She's gonna try to get out of Guard's arms. Put me down.
No.
I need contested athletics.
She can do acrobatics.
She can.
It's a 23.
Oh, shit.
It's a 10.
Oh, fuck.
June, you remember a bout of training with your mother where she explicitly taught you how to break free of someone trying to sort of over-the-shoulder carry you away. And that recollection is decidedly marked by her having only one arm. And on a 23, you take one arm, wrap it around Guard's throat, pull yourself free, and flip over him, standing behind him. You're completely free.
And she wants to get up high. That's her safe zone. I'm going to find whatever I can, barrel or something, jump up on it, and get up on top of a roof.
No question. That is, we'll say, half your total movement.
Okay, the rest of it, I'm just going to use looking for Isaac.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a, we'll say, an investigation check.
17.
On a 17, as you make it up onto the roof and you kind of hoist yourself up with your staff, you glance down, see one of the performing assassins give you a sidelong glance and then shift into the crowd of other costumed assassins, and you lose track of them. And then you sweep, clock Isaac. He's a couple of blocks back, tucked behind a corner. Movement action. You have bonus if you want to step of the wind.
Yeah, I'm going to use step of the wind to get to Isaac.
40 feet of movement. You're down. You're above him. You're not to him. You're on the roof still. I'm going to say you run out of movement at that point, but you're pretty close. So if you want to yell at him, you can.
I just want to drop the head.
Isaac, the wooden head of Hakoda Agra the First falls next to you. Totally normal day.
June, this is not the okay. Aesir, this is June, my niece. We might things are getting a little hectic. Maybe you should stay back.
I don't think I particularly want any part of this.
That's fair. June, what is going on?
We need to go. We need to go right now. Come on.
We're gonna cut to Harissa.
Guard, clear the way. Make sure we can get to the exit. Harissa's gonna shimmy up the way she was gonna go anyway, so she's gonna get up onto the roof. And using the same way she communicated with Isaac way back in the first arc, with the hand signals from up on the tower, basically like, Jethro's fucking dead. We need to fucking book it. Like, now. Like...
Can I say with that, can I do a perception check?
Yes.
Oh, it was 20, a 2.
I will say that this is a thing you generally just know how to do. So Harissa has gotten your attention, and you sense urgency. Some of the finer details. Somebody's dead. You're not sure what's happening.
Gotcha. All right.
The crowd has managed to disperse somewhat as people flee toward the broken cart. The uproarious pig. Smoke starts to rise from a distant building. Fire. Harissa, I need you to roll me a Constitution save, please.
A whole 5.
Harissa,
Oh, God.
you feel a little bee sting into your side, and your body immediately locks up, and you fall to the ground prone.
Oh shit, fall off the roof?
You were on the roof. You fall to the roof.
Okay.
You are still up there. You are incapacitated. You have a speed of 0. Isaac, I'm going to need you to do the same thing, please.
Okay, that's a 9.
Isaac, you likewise feel a prick and fall to the ground. Guard, does a 16 hit?
Yes.
You take 28 points of slashing damage.
What the?
As you feel a blade grind up under your chest piece. And you glance down to see one of the performing assassins driving a dagger into you. They are then going to bonus action disengage back into the crowd. You do manage to keep an eye on them. So you can, on your next turn, you can find them and deal with them if you want.
Okay.
Isaac, you're on the ground?
Mm-hmm. I would telepathically get CJ over here, though.
Okay. One of the assassins drops in front of you, spins his blade around, drives it into your side.
Mm-hmm.
You're incapacitated, so that's going to be advantage.
And an automatic crit.
Does a 22 hit?
Oh, yeah.
Isaac, that is 27 points of slashing damage.
Got it.
And he is going to bonus action disengage, but he's not going far. So he's taking about a 10-foot step back.
Fuck him up, June.
Is it my turn yet?
Nope. Everybody flees. There's chaos. You have managed to keep track of 2 of the assassins that have attacked so far. Guard knows where one is. Isaac and June know where the other is. June, now it is your turn.
So I see the guy that just stabbed Isaac.
Yep.
So with my movement, I want to jump down from the roof onto... How far away is this guy?
He's within 15 feet.
Okay. I want to jump down from the roof and come at him with a 2-handed quarterstaff attack. That's a nat 20 for 26.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Nice.
Incredible. We love that.
That's what I'm talking about, Juniper!
Go do that crit damage.
12 damage.
Great.
Then I'm going to hit him with Flurry of Blows.
Amazing.
Does a 21 hit?
21 definitely hits, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get another one?
No, that doesn't hit. That's a 10. Does that hit?
No, 10 does not hit.
No. Okay, so the first one was 5.
Also, what level are we?
5.
June.
June has extra attack.
You have another
Yeah, you can
attack.
attack again.
Oh, I do.
I forgot.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
All right. And that's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
and you also at 5th level have Stunning Strike.
I forgot about Stunning Strike. Do you want to stun this guy?
Yeah.
All right,
Where's
burn some bond, and then I'm pretty sure it's just a saving throw, right? It's a con save?
Yes.
What's your bond save DC?
14.
Okay. This guy is stunned.
Like, everything is in slow motion, and it's very much like a Tai Chi type moment. And then at the very end, she slams her fist into his forehead.
That is huge. All right, June, I believe that's going to be your turn. Isaac, it is your turn.
You just hear, like, you get the smell of rain as you feel some sort of storm might be coming. As I cast Thunder Smite. Yeah, and I would like for, I'll do the con save right now. That one.
Oh.
But also, I did say CJ was on his way.
Yeah, you've got CJ. Yeah, CJ is going to barrel up to you and this assassin.
CJ is going to use his, because he ran over here. Was it at least 20 feet from?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he's going to do his charge with his tusk attack. 19.
A 19 absolutely hits.
All right, he takes 10 damage first.
Nice.
And then the target takes an extra 2d6 slashing damage for 3.
Okay.
But also has to make a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Incapacitated automatically fails strength and dex saves. Yeah, so there's no roll here. It's just an automatic fail. It's because he's stunned. He, locked up by June's sort of jamming bond, takes CJ's full charge and tusks straight to the chest and is just sprawling out on the ground. He is now prone and incapacitated.
Okay, and then CJ will just sit by, guarding Acer more than Isaac, but that's my turn.
Okay. Guard, it's your turn.
I can follow the guy that was attacking
Yes.
me, but it's also still like a crowd of people. Like I don't know how many. There might be many assassins for all I know.
You have no idea how many assassins there are. You just know that one stabbed you, and they did not get away from you.
Okay. How many people are in the crowd?
It's a pretty dense crowd at this point. It's starting to thin out, but it was a smallish area, really full of people, that has moved to like a fairly large area with a decent amount of people.
I don't want to kill all of them. It doesn't matter. This is what's happening. Seeing that I don't know how many combatants there are, whatever that was that just hit me would kill most of the people that I'm with.
Uh-huh.
I could take out that one assassin, but I see Isaac is stumbling. I see there's trouble over there. I'm going to take out the Saluna coin, and I'm going to flip it.
Oh, shit.
Forgot about that.
Let me flip a coin.
All right. It's head, sun, tails, moon, right?
Yeah. That is tails.
Oh, God. Did you just cast the darkness spell?
So I want to cast darkness over where the people were that I think might be the assassins and like the crowd.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's so much better because the other one would have caught everyone on fire.
Yeah.
I want to do it in such a way that I'm just like getting as much of the crowd as possible, including the assassin that I know is the assassin.
Okay.
And then I am going to charge around the darkness to June and Isaac. Put myself in front of Isaac, standing next to June. And then with my bonus action, all of the filigree will start to glow, and I will rage.
Okay.
And I'll take out my axe.
Amazing.
Kind of give June a little nod.
All right. We have lost another one of the assassins in a cloud of darkness. Harissa, you are incapacitated. You have bonus actions that you could theoretically take, presumably. You also have Sphinx, which I think may be the same thing.
Sphinx is gonna be like, what? Saphira? Like, shaking her kind of shoulders, while she's just like frozen on the ground. I think he's gonna look around to see if there's anything like immediately like he needs to be careful of, and then he's just gonna kind of just be over her just to protect her for the moment.
Okay. We'll treat that as I'll impose disadvantage on attacks against you, which means that they'll be rolling flat.
He's looking around at the moment to see like what might have caused Harissa to like fall over. Can he see anything?
No. Darkness now.
Oh yeah, big old cloud of black.
Go ahead and roll me that con save, please.
Nat 20, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
You are back up. No movement.
I just imagine her shooting suddenly, like, sitting up and then, like, headbutting Sphinx. Thunk.
Okay. The crowd starts to disperse out from the cloud of darkness a little bit. You all see sort of people running in a bunch of different directions. Some of them dressed as assassins, some of them not. And you see that a fair number of people are headed toward the source of the smoke on the far west side of town. And they don't seem to be particularly interested in you as they panic about the fate of their little town. And in fact, Isaac and CJ, you see Acer kind of getting antsy, and he says, I don't think I should be letting everybody else help put out this fire without pitching in. You know, we're kind of all in this together.
CJ nudges him towards the fire.
All right. Well, don't y'all go getting killed, huh? And he runs off toward the fire. We are going to take some attacks here. Harissa, does a 23 hit?
She just got up.
You know what? Actually, I'm sorry. I need to roll that at disadvantage because of Sphinx.
Yeah, I was going to say, thanks.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
You take 5 points of slashing damage as one of these assassins whips up from the ledge, stabs you in the shin, and then drops back down.
Oh, in the shit, little bastard.
Harissa, you lose them back into the cloud of darkness. June, does a 20 hit?
Yes.
You take 22 points of slashing damage.
Oh no. Okay.
As one of the assassins that was sort of running by towards the fire whips around and slices at your side.
Okay. Ouch.
And June, I need you to make me a con save.
That's a 7.
June, from above, you feel something sink into your shoulder as your entire body goes numb and you collapse onto the ground.
No!
Fuck.
June and Isaac can see one of these two assassins and can follow. They're not disengaging. They're just staying on top of June now that you're both incapacitated.
Bastard.
June, it's your turn.
Cool. I want to get out of this.
Then go ahead and make your con save.
Said not 20.
Yeah, that's better.
I pop up and flip off the guy.
That's the second nat 20 we've had to resist these darts. That's wild.
Don't worry,
June,
we had a
you're back-
nat 1 too.
Right. June, you're back on your feet. No movement required. You are standing right in front of another one of these assassins. But that is the end of your turn. We move to Isaac. Isaac, it is your and CJ's turn.
Does CJ see the next, that assassin as well?
CJ, unless CJ went with Acer, CJ's right there.
No, I just nudged him, just to go. But yeah, he's gonna go after that guy as I try this con save yet again.
Okay.
It's not a nat 20, it's a natural 19 for a 22.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
You are back up, but you're still prone.
Okay, can I do my movement, or is it, no, it's end of turn, never mind. Then CJ's gonna try and hit this guy. An 18 for 12 damage.
All right, that definitely hits.
As he just starts stomping on him.
12 damage. Okay, is that going to be it for CJ?
Yeah, just staying by Isaac, trying to be a big menacing boar.
Isaac, as you kind of blink and sort of come to, you see all eyes turn to you. You are the object of their immediate attention.
Uh-oh.
We jump to guard.
Okay, my plan changed 6 times this round.
Yeah.
I had a whole thing, but okay. Guard looks over his shoulder, sees Isaac and June coming back to consciousness. A part of him that was panicked kind of settles a little bit. And he is going to look to the assassin that is closest to him that he can see. He is going to step up to them, and without a word, he is going to take 2 swings with his axe at them. Reckless, of course. Is there any other way? That is a 22 on the first hit.
That hits.
Oh my god, it's going to be so much damage. 21 damage on the first hit.
Nice.
As the axe radiates necrotic energy that, eats away at their flesh. Yeah, 22 again to hit.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
hits.
12 damage on the second hit.
He is hurt, but nowhere near dead.
Could I reach down and lift up Isaac to his feet?
I'll let you go ahead and do that.
Cool. So I see Isaac, and I'm just going to put my one good arm kind of under his shoulder and get him up to his feet, and that'll be my turn.
As you do that, you hear the assassin that you just cleaved fairly mortally say, "The old one. That's the target. That's Axedrummer."
Who you calling old?
Harissa, it is your turn. You cannot see any of the assassins, but you do see people fleeing from the cloud, some of which are dressed as assassins.
Does dark vision work inside that darkness?
No.
It's magical darkness. Shit.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was hoping it would make the assassins less able to pinpoint us, but it's
They did give me a bit of a cup game where, like, I could just send them back in and send other assassins out, and you're never sure which one is which.
Okay, I'm gonna jump along the rooftops towards where I saw Isaac and June. And is there a clear shot of the one? I'm assuming once I get there, I look down and I see like 2 assassins out in the open.
Yep.
I'd like to take a shot at the one that's still standing.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Sharpshooter or no?
Oh, yeah. Why not? Does a 20 hit?
It does indeed. Go ahead and roll damage.
17 plus.
You're going to do some bonus damage here.
Yeah, you'll be a bonus damage. So 20 damage.
This arrow into the flank of this assassin, kind of smoldering slightly. He pats out the fire as your tattoo sort of thrums and glows.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that all from you, or does Spinks have some action here?
At the moment, Spinks is just sort of like covering my 6.
Okay.
Just in case another one fucking comes up over the roof or something.
Okay, great.
I would like to attack again, if I'm able.
Yes, you do have a second attack, of course.
Yes, I do.
Level 5.
I'm going to get used to that one of these days.
Nah, I only got a 6 that time. So.
Yeah, that ain't going to hit. The crowd has now largely filtered out of the cloud of darkness and away from the town's center as the vast majority of denizens of this town frantically make their way to either the fire or their nearby homes to prevent it from spreading and protect their valuables. A few take some notice of the chaos in and amongst your group, but it is dark enough and hectic enough that no one quite understands what you're up against. There are several assassins that you can see that now kind of line the streets, and none of you are quite sure whether they are performers trying to save their home or hired killers. One by one, they're going to take some actions. Guard.
Yes.
The one standing is going to swing on you, and 11 presumably does not hit.
With advantage, I recklessly attacked.
Yep, thank you. Keep me honest. That's worse. That's a 9.
Yeah, that'll miss.
In a blind fury, this assassin... All right. Regroup. Disengage. Is going to try to hide in the crowd. Everyone can track where this one is. Harissa?
Yes.
It was very smart of you to put Spinks on watch.
Damn right it was. I knew it. I knew it was fucking coming up behind me. They always come up behind me.
That's a 9 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. We'll see if this guy gets away as well. You hear, as this assassin wrenches himself up onto the roof, dagger in hand, you hear Spinks let out a yell, a missed attack, and a disengage and a jump, and you watch them run away. In fact, you all watch them duck down into an alley. You all know where they are. The situation is certainly hectic, but it may have been tipped for you all just slightly. You know of at least 3 assassins. You know where 2 of them are. And June, it is your turn. I believe you're back on your feet after a nat 20.
Mm-hmm. So the guy that was hit by Harissa's arrow is no longer... He ran away.
He is one of the ones that you can see. He's one of the ones that did not hide well. So you can... He's still got the arrow in his leg.
I'm going to shoot a balsam bolt at him. Fabulous. Well, that's a 22.
Amazing. Yeah, that absolutely hits.
That's 9 points of damage, and he is... Sticky stab. Target's movement speed is halved, and this lasts until the end of their next turn.
Okay.
I want to close the distance, and with my bonus attack, I'm going to do Flurry of Blows. Butts. Ugh, that's a 7.
7 doesn't hit.
Fucking butts.
Butts.
Okay.
That's a 22.
22 absolutely hits.
Hey.
That's 7 points of damage.
Great. And you get extract aspects on him as well. I think that's
Awesome.
June's turn.
Yep.
Isaac, I believe you're up for the first time in this combat.
Yep. Can I get to the ones we can see?
You can get to either of them. June has one covered, and you know one is kind of tucked into an alley behind you.
And they're after me.
They're after you specifically. You also know that one has headed into the crowd. You can roughly place them. But you're not positive which one it is.
I know I need to keep myself up, but at the same time, I really want to smite something. We're on like episode 40. Yeah, I'm going to go for the one June's roughing up.
Okay.
That's a 11 to hit. No.
An 11 does not hit, unfortunately.
I'm going to swing again. An 18.
An 18 does hit.
That is 9 points of slashing damage, plus the 2. I got to add the 2d6 for the thunder smite. That's another 6 points of damage, and then I'm going to put a regular smite into it as well.
Let's go.
That's another 21 points of damage.
Isaac, what does it look like when you kill this man?
As June's running toward and just popping this dude upside the head, June, you just feel a presence of a storm behind you. Similar to the theater you just watched as Isaac takes his axe and kind of like a backhanded slap motion, brings it up, pushes his shield him up into the wall with his shield, and then just cleaves straight through this guy's jaw so that his bottom half of his mouth is still attached to his neck. And then you see as the sound of thunder cracks against this wall, which now has cracks in it as the axe is embedded into it. And the top part of that man's head just falls to the ground.
And as this happens, you hear his final choking, gurgling word. Traitor. As he falls to the ground dead.
They're here for me. And he'll shield himself in front of June.
Harissa's gonna sort of look down over the edge and see God just pummeling this guy. What she will do though is I do want her to do a perception check on the crowd, just see if she can spot a difference between, like if she can see the glint of actual metal on one of them or something.
Harissa, you clock one glance back at the beheading for a little too long.
I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on that one.
I love Rangers so much.
He's not going anywhere.
Fuck yes.
Not for like the rest of his life. Hunter's Mark's range is insane.
Forever.
That's huge.
20 years from now, he'll be laying in his bed. I'll get him.
Sleeping with one eye open forever.
Yeah, that's very good.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put my button on an arrow and basically kind of like bug him with it, if that makes sense.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's insane. Yeah, go ahead and roll me an attack.
28.
That absolutely hits. Harissa, what does this look like?
I think she looks down at Guard, nods, as she scans the crowd and sees that one that she's like, that's fucking sus. She kind of focuses in on him, without even thinking, pulls the button and an arrow out, slips the button onto the arrow, and just fires through. I want it kind of like through, I want it through a buttonhole. I want it through a fucking buttonhole is where I want this to go. So he doesn't know.
Yeah, I think that you just put this arrow through a fold of cloth, leaving the button eye tangled up in his assassin's jerkin. The button eye is now attached to this hunter's marked target.
And now I'm just going to focus my attention back on the one that Guard's dealing with.
Does Spinks have any action?
Is he able to drop down on top of the one that's there?
Yeah. I'll even give him advantage on that attack.
Oh, shit. All right. Let's do it. He gets... So 23 is the highest.
23 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Let me check his damage. Yeah, so 6 damage in total. He rolled really bad.
Amazing. Still up, and Spinks is now kind of clawing at this guy's face. Isaac, you feel a surge of familiar power, a long forgotten friend, and you're kind of standing in that moment, tusks bared, axe borne, the might of your oath echoing through the very foundation of this building. And then you feel a little pinprick.
Damn it.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
These fucking saves. A 10.
You fall to the ground, incapacitated. And a villager walks by, hustling to the source of the fire, and another, and then a third that stops, drops to a knee, and says, "You all right there, mate?" "Yeah, I didn't think so." Which is good, because if you were, that'd be a problem for me. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
You take 28 points of piercing damage as this man pushes his dagger into your chest. You fall unconscious.
There's a moment where he's, like he said earlier, I'm just tired. And then there's like tree roots going through his soul. You're not done. And with his relentless endurance, Isaac pops back up, grabs him by the scruff of his cloak, says, "You're right. That wouldn't be good for you."